On July 24, 2021, Deputy Neil Rasasi of the Volusia County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to DeLand, Florida to refuel when he was alerted to a nearby motor vehicle accident with a verbal altercation. He responded to aid Officer Dia from the DeLand Police Department. As the incident occurred, 59-year-old George Nathanson, who was hard of hearing, started recording the officers. The incident was captured by Deputy Rasasi's body-worn camera.
Here's this guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate it, but we're right now. Yep. Nope. Sir, I'm going to ask you to leave. Nope, sir. I'm going to ask you to leave. Right now, you're in the middle of our investigation. I'm going to ask you to leave. You're making this a lot harder than it has to be. You need to get off. Sir, right now, this is our investigation. You're in our investigation. Have a nice day. You can stand over the sidewalk over there.
The officers were busy conducting their investigation when they realized there was Nathanson filming in the area. Deputy Rasasi directed him to leave the scene of the investigation for distracting their investigation process. Nathanson attempted to leave, but the deputy further escalated the issue by being frustrated and demanding Nathanson move away. He, on repeated instances, told Nathanson that he should leave the location and warned that if this does not happen, then he will be arrested. Rasasi's tones appear to have reflected a sense of no patience because he said that Nathanson was making them work harder.
Just make some.
He's the one that's trying to start the YouTube channel.
That's fine. Make some action so we can get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and put this guy in handcuffs if he's not going to get off our scene.
How do you need to respond?
Routine. All right, I'm going to get this guy off. Hey, sir, listen to me. I'm asking you to please get off our scene. Take your stuff. You can get off our scene or I'm going to put you in handcuffs and I'm going to take you to jail. All right? You need to go, okay? Thank you. Right now, we're not going to have this conversation. You want to talk to me after we're done with our investigation? You can. But don't interfere with what we're doing over here. Thank you. Do not interfere with what we're doing over here.
In fact, Deputy Rasasi decided to put Nathanson under handcuffs, positing that he hadn't respected the officer's request to stay away. Nathanson was filming from a safe distance. The question, therefore, might have been if his right to record police activities in public had been violated. This incident brings forth possible First and Fourth Amendment rights infringements.
Hey, that guy, he's trying. Is he leaving?
No, if he interferes one more time, he's going to go to jail.
He's the voice. You familiar with that guy?
I think I've heard it before,
okay, yeah,
but
he tries to walks up to cars and films shit and everything. This is a whole clusterfuck, and it's longer than it needs.
Sir, do not step back over here again. I'm telling you, if you come back in our vicinity, I will take you to jail. Step back. Step back. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Put your phone down. I'll get it. 6234, man. Show me white male obtain.
10-4, do you still need to go 5?
Routine.
10-4, 62.
I've asked you to stay off our scene. No, you're not staying off our scene. You're interacting, and I asked you to stay.
Despite the tension, Nathanson tried to explain his needs, but Rasasi was very fussy about his power. The deputy continued to claim that Nathanson was preventing them from discharging their duties, though Nathanson was walking away from them. The deputy informed Nathanson that he would hold him if he didn't leave the premises, since they were already facing a stressful situation.
Have a seat. get you in a minute. Have a seat. How do you communicate? This all you need? Okay. Here, I'll tell you what. Listen to what I'm telling you, okay? I've asked you not to interfere. Nope, I asked you not to interfere. You ended up communicating over here when I told you couldn't. Then you continued to pass the line in the sand when I asked you not to. Okay, we're not going to play this game. I understand what you're trying to do, but right now we already have enough tension going on with what's going on over here. Do you understand that? Okay, so right now you need to just respect what we're doing, okay, and we're going to go from there. All right, stand up. Just put your hand on top of your head as soon as I take the handcuff out, okay? Just keep it on your head for me. Go ahead and have a seat back in the car. Have a seat back in the car.
I would like the supervisor.
Okay, have a seat.
Deputy Rasasi did summon a supervisor to report the occurrence. However, his testimony conflicted with the body camera footage. He testified that he instructed Nathanson not to cross a line that he had drawn in the ground, telling Nathanson that he was ignoring the warning. The video revealed, however, that he told Nathanson simply to stay on the sidewalk and keep away from the investigation. The video directly contradicted Rasasi's statement that Nathanson had approached police vehicles after being instructed to step back. Nathanson stepped back and kept his distance.
Yeah, you guys in the area, or any of you in the area? All right. There's a gentleman who was coming up on our scene while we're dealing with a traffic accident, and he's trying to video and film us. I asked him to step back. He starts interacting with our victim suspect or the vehicle accident. I asked him to not interact or interfere, step back past the line. He's still over here trying to film us. He's detained in the back seat of my car while we're conducting our business here on the traffic stop. He's requesting a supervisor. With Delta 9. Or I'm sorry, Delta 14. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Because she's at fault.
I didn't. I asked him not to pass the line. He's coming over here. I tell him that we're not to interact over here. He's coming over. He's getting up to our cars, filming us while we're trying to do what we're doing. I asked him, please step back. I'll talk to him afterwards. And he's still trying to interact with us, so I detained him because it's getting a little ridiculous.
In the process of such an encounter, Deputy Rasasi had called Nathanson a pest, saying that there was no need for him to be there. He had told one person that Nathanson was talking to people about the accident, but in reality, Nathanson was there filming quietly from a public sidewalk. The deputy's desire to control the scene eclipsed the legal rights given to citizens who wish to record police conduct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just have him detained right now. I don't really care. I mean, I'll take him to jail, but right now I'm just trying to get done what we're doing because we've got parents showing up. Both subjects are arguing back and forth, and everybody. He was not. He just showed up to film us. He's got his little information. He wants to hand us while we're on the scene, and he's a guy who can't talk. He has to use a machine to talk. So I don't know if you're familiar with him. So it looks like we're about ready to be done here, and I'm good to set him free, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's just where we're at right now. Yep, 10-4. All right, thanks. All right.
Driving unregistered, uninsured, what about the traffic caused? Cross him over, cross him over 3 lanes, food, and grant food, and
Yeah.
I didn't care was driving.
Yep. I am recording all the time.
I don't care.
No, fair enough. Just letting you know. I'm sorry?
What are you doing with this dude?
Well,
Did you let him go?
it's up to him. I mean, I'll get him for obstruction, but right now I'm just trying to make sure that we don't have all these people coming over to us. Hey, Rasasi. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I think it was trying to hook up my car. Yeah, so it was a signal 4. I was at the gas station getting a drink, and there was a signal 4 involving looks like a gray Chrysler. Yeah, and then shortly after that, some gentleman shows up. He's got a speech issue. He can't talk. He has to talk by using a machine. So he comes over. He's literally right up to the door of my car, filming up in there, and he's just some Joe citizen. Has nothing to do with this situation or this accident. I told him to step back, that he is impeding our investigation, and he will be placed in handcuffs. He needs to step back. And he's telling me, I can't say he's telling me, he is holding up a sign, and I kind of know what his deal is, but he's not rapid to move. So I escorted him to the sidewalk, and I said, you can stay over here, you can film us as much as you want, but do not cross the line over here. We're doing an investigation. I do not need you interacting, because then he goes and he's interacting with the people in the accident. So he's over there interacting with them. So I told him, do not come back, do not interact, do not cross my line, or I will put you in handcuffs. And so he does, and I go ahead and put him in handcuffs and escort him to the car. But yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, right now I'm good with, as long as I can get him for obstruction. But right now I just wanted to make sure that everything is safe here, so Delta 14 can do his investigation. And as long as he's not, I mean, if you know, yeah, he's detained right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Will do. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Thanks. Are you coming out here? No need to, right? Perfect. Sounds good. Yes, sir. All right, so here's the deal, all right? You are going to be placed under arrest for obstruction, okay? Listen to me, all right? If you have a complaint or if you want, you can talk to him. Listen to me. You're not going to. Okay. Have a nice day.
Deputy Rasasi made the affidavit that Nathanson was blocking the investigation when he went forward toward the scene and failed to comply with a final order to step back. Contrary to this, body camera footage showed Nathanson was not obstructing the investigation and was exercising his First Amendment right to film the police. The video review indicated that the commands by Deputy Rasasi would have probably been unlawful under Florida law, as failure to comply with an illegal order does not amount to obstruction.
All right, sir, listen to what I'm going to tell you, okay? You're already hard enough to understand. I'm not going to sit here and have a conversation with you when every time I do, you talk over me. We're not going to do it, okay? So when we get to the jail, we can establish everything that you need. Your stuff is in the car, and you'll have it when we get to the jail. Do you need medics? Do you need medics? When you get to the jail, you can ask the nurse. They will have, yes, they will. They'll have what you need. Okay. Sir, I asked you to step off the scene and to stop interacting. Okay.
After the arrest, Nathanson faced charges for obstruction, but was also of the offense of obstruction on August 21, 2021, following a review of the body camera footage. On June 14, 2024, Nathanson filed a complaint against Deputy Rasasi and Sheriff Billy Woods, accusing the deputy of twisting his arm and shattering his shoulder when he is taken into custody. The case is still pending, and Rasasi is said to be a former Marion County deputy, though nobody knows when he was released. In another case, it was April 18, 2024, Longview, Texas. A man had been stopped by police for speeding. He had not noticed it himself. He had driven 10 miles an hour more than his limit in his own driveway. The whole thing was caught on a body camera. An officer walked up to the vehicle and said he had stopped him because of his speed. He began to feel cornered, as if to say, why was this officer blocking the road, and told him that his wife would be returning home within an hour or so.
Hey, sir. I'm Officer Patrol, Longview Police Department. The reason for the stop is because you're going 50 back there on Bill Owens.
What's that?
Yeah, you got your driver's license, proof of insurance. Is this where you live?
You gonna block the road?
Yeah, it's
my
fine.
wife's gonna be home in a minute. She's,
Okay, you have your
she has to
driver's license?
Well, yeah, but you gonna block the road and keep my wife out of the driveway? Is that like a reasonable thing for you to do? Blocking the road?
Okay.
Is that
sir.
a reasonable thing for you to do? To block the road?
You have your driver's
Do you
license?
see me with my driver's license?
That's a
Do you
credit
not?
card.
Oh, it's a credit card. Well, you got eyes so you can
Hey,
see
sir.
yourself on the road, can't
Calm
you?
down, sir.
Are you standing on my goddamn property? I do whatever the I want here, son.
370.
Right here.
371. Roll me another one. Okay,
You
can I
ain't
have it?
touching a goddamn thing of mine,
I need to
boy.
see it.
The you do. Take it from me then, boy, if you that badass about it.
Sir, what is
All
your
right,
problem?
then. My problem is you blocking the goddamn road. My wife's coming home. And what are you doing? Sitting here standing in the goddamn driveway.
Sir, this could be
All
all
right,
be over.
oh, it could be. You right, it could be. Here's my driver's license. You ain't handing
need
it to
it.
you. You. You ain't handing you, boy.
Sir, what is your problem?
Fuck is your problem standing in the goddamn driveway? Keep asking me the same dumbass question, motherfucker. I keep asking you the same dumbass question. Which one do you want to answer?
The driver was asked to show his license and insurance. The driver turned out to have a credit card, but instead of complying immediately, he persisted in pointing out that he was on his own property and could do as he pleased. He became very hostile, refusing to turn over his license and saying he didn't need it, as he was at home and the officer had no business asking for it. Though he argued that he was merely being asked to display his license and was not compelled to produce it, Texas law specifies that drivers are both statutorily and conclusively obligated to carry their licenses and to produce them when demanded by a peace officer. It was further established through court opinion that officers have a right to inspect a driver's license during a traffic stop, making the expectation of his producing it for inspection much firmer.
You have...
Right here.
Okay, you have your insurance?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay,
You
can I
want to see it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, hell, that's what you ask a goddamn question that's relevant then, you dumb motherfucker. God damn it. Right there.
Okay, can I hear?
No, you ain't handing me
I
a
need to see
goddamn
it.
thing. The you do, boy. Tell me one more goddamn lie. Lie to me again.
I need to
Lie
see
to me
it.
one more guy. You see it with your eyeballs, boy.
Give it to me.
You know. You know. The you say. You ain't handing you shit. I have to present it according to state law. Present. That's it. You want to look? Look. You don't? Off.
Sir, I need to run.
Right here.
I need to
Figure
run.
it out, you bald-headed little. Figure it the fuck out.
Okay, just calm down, sir.
You calm down. Get the out of here. You either do your goddamn job. I presented it as you requested. Now you want it or you not, boy?
Can you hand it to me?
No! Did I say I was gonna hand it to you the first time?
Okay, sir.
No, I didn't.
All right.
Well, then what the oh, your goddamn hearing, boy? When I said no the first you must rape a lot of women, boy, because you don't know what the no means. Do you, boy?
What's the driver's license?
Shut the up. I don't answer questions. You want to look at it? Look at it. You don't?
So you're
Figure
not,
it the out, bitch.
you're not going to give me your driver's
I will do whatever the I'm required by the law to do.
All right,
you
just
want to look
stand
at
right
it?
there, sir.
Motherfucker, I'm on my goddamn property. You step the back. What
Sir,
the fuck's the matter with
What
you?
is your problem?
Motherfucker, do you want it or not?
I do.
Then shut the fuck up and look. You keep running your goddamn mouth, you fucking little sawed off bitch. God damn, I can't stand fucking pieces of shit pigs like you. You driving, blocking a goddamn driveway. You're too get your piece of shit out of the road. Then you walk up here and you tell me you have to see my goddamn ID in your hand.
All right, sir.
The driver continued to contest the officer, claiming he was not going to give in to the request for his license. He appeared worked up over the situation and repeated all the irrelevant questions he felt the officer was asking him. The latter would not back down, but instead tried to meet the situation head-on by becoming a bit more forceful as the driver became more enraged. Eventually, he was ticketed for speeding. He was accused of going at an enforced speed rate of 50 miles per hour in a 40 mph zone. The driver reacted very poorly after being ticketed, conceiving the traffic encounter as unfair.
Here's something you want to check on?
Your ass with your qualified immunity, any of that shit. Now, you got a ticket or you got a not a ticket?
Yes, sir.
Great, let's see it.
All right, give me 1 second. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. What the fuck is your problem?
All right, sir.
Fucking 10 stars and your goddamn gun don't make you a big boy.
You have a good
boy.
contact number?
No. Don't ever on me.
Okay. Are you employed?
Go yourself.
Is that a company or any?
That's some capital F yourself.
Okay.
Capital F. In case you spell neither. I know you dumb motherfucker got an education at the police force, but holy shit.
All right, sir. So today you're going to receive a citation for speeding, going 50 and a 40. I was just checked by my radar while we were moving. The court date is 5/7/2024 by 1 p.m. Here's all the court information to include the address, the phone number, and the website. Actually, you need to sign right here where the X is. It's not a admission of guilt. It's just a promise to appear.
Go 37 off. Go ahead.
All right, sir.
Get the
Have a better pleasant day.
shit.
A stop will not be considered as improperly being extended beyond the amount of time necessary for the stop's original purpose unless some new, reasonable suspicion has arisen. Once a citation has been issued, legal justifications for continuing to detain the driver would have ended. Instead, the officers continued to engage with him and even went inside his house, which violated his rights based on the Fourth Amendment of unreasonable searches and seizures. After the officers entered his house and followed the driver inside, then they told him that he was wrong for not giving them a warrant. The driver inside asked them in amazement if it was right to be there without one, but otherwise felt that they were pushing in on him from every side. He wanted the officers off of his property, protesting his innocence with all his might.
I'm not. Hey. Watch the dogs. They're all orderly. Here, grab dogs. And tell your mom. Okay?
Okay.
What's the warrant for, fellas?
Come this way.
What's the warrant for, fellas? Warrant, fellas.
I'll tell you in a second.
Now, you don't tell me right now.
Get up.
What's the warrant for, fellas? What's the warrant for, fellas? What's the warrant for, fellas? Hey, what's that warrant for? I wonder how many times they're going to hear me ask on the body camera when this is going to fucking court. I wonder. Anybody? Anybody?
All right, over here.
What's the warrant for, fellas?
Looking after y'all on custody for evading.
I'm sorry, what?
For evading.
Evading what?
Me.
I'm not evading
I was
you.
trying to arrest.
Arrest me for what?
Yeah,
You didn't say
warrant.
what the warrant's for, you piece of
Get
shit.
inside the patrol vehicle.
I'm trying, you asshole. You got my
Get inside
twisted
the patrol
around.
vehicle.
I'm working on it, you little piece of shit. God damn it. What, your mama not raised you with any manners, or you just as dumb as your goddamn daddy was? Oh, way.
37, show him in custody.
Holy shit, man. That went sideways.
Inside, the officers start to raise their concern about his young daughter, who they must have felt was alone at home. He reassured them that his granddad is inside, where he is keeping an eye on her child, and assured them that he had conveyed with him that everything is all right and the child is perfectly safe. He dismissed all the officers' concerns about the safety of the child. As they chat through this tension, the driver continues about background experiences related to his partner's inner psychological battle. The driver described how recent health problems had altered his partner's behavior. Nevertheless, he made a point about how, although his partner can get overbearing sometimes, he still considered that, at heart, he is a good person.
Yeah.
Is thoughts done yet?
No, it's just a kid inside.
It's just a
Mom's
kid?
at home. Yeah. I think all I saw was a kid, and he said his wife was on his way home, her way home.
Hey, so your kid is here by herself? I thought that's one partner just said that you told him that your wife's on the way. How far out is she? Or is she here?
I don't answer questions, Bill. Sorry. No.
Okay, we can call CPS.
CPS for what? What's the CPS for, genius? You too stupid to understand she's not alone?
Here, I'll go.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
Okay. Nicolette, what's your ex probably? That's his name. Okay. So he just got arrested for one hand.
So I don't want to make y'all uncomfortable. So I was just like, what?
Is there anybody inside the house with your daughter?
Yeah, my grandpa.
Grandpa?
Yeah, we're talking on the phone.
Okay.
Chit-chat.
Awesome. So the way you made it seem was she was all by herself. We just want to make sure.
Oh, no, my grandpa's right in there. He's watching us right now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he just didn't hear very well, so he probably didn't. Oh, no, I had the doorbell undone. She did the dog. Yeah.
We just want to double check.
Nope, totally. Been talking to him right now. He asked what's for dinner.
And your ex doesn't live here?
Oh, gosh, no, he lives in, like, Carthage, Goodberry, out in the middle of freaking nowhere. And we only just hang out sometimes, so.
Okay. And he was, but you're okay with him being over here? He wasn't criminally trespassed?
Oh, no, he wasn't criminally trespassed. No, we broke up for a little while, but I didn't know nothing like that. Yeah, no, it was mutual, all good.
Yes,
and then, we're like just hanging out. He helps. I have a surgery on Monday. He's going to help me out. Probably not now.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks, y'all. No, don't
I'll rush it up. That's all.
How do I help him get out?
So, he gets 2 free phone calls.
Uh-huh.
He'll be able to call you.
All right. Damn.
So-
And this is Okay, it's Thursday. It's not a Friday.
Is he normally aggressive towards the police?
He's normally aggressive towards everyone. Okay, so... And he didn't used to be like this. But it fucked up his brain. He's like this now. He's been seen by what's her name, the infectious lady downtown, Anita Scribner. He saw her for a while. He was on antidepressants for a while, and nothing. So it just made him aggressive, though. He wasn't like this 8 years ago, but then when we found the infection and everything, it really fucked him up. Excuse my language, but yeah, screwed his liver up and all kinds of stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why we don't, we're not like completely together and we don't live together anymore, but he is still a good person, you know what I'm saying? And so, and I know that because after talking with Miss Scribner and stuff, it's never going to be back. All we can do is do antidepressants and hope they work and things like that. So, but yeah, so that's a normal thing.
Even if the driver was uncooperative during the traffic stop, Texas law specifies that the proper course of action would have been to handle any subsequent legal actions, such as charges of obstruction, separately or by obtaining a warrant. If officers believed the driver had committed a separate offense during the interaction, they should have secured a warrant before re-engaging. The entry into his home without such authorization undermines the legality of their actions and raises questions about unlawful detention.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. You have the rest of your day.
All right.
Okay. So,
We still rolling?
yeah, I'm still rolling. I'm about to transport him.
Oh, yeah.
So, I didn't get a chance to check him for weapons or anything. He did somehow manage to get his cuffs up in front of him. He was that skinny. So,
But you want me to follow you to the jail?
As uncooperative as the driver was when he was detained, Texas law ruled that any possible legal case against him, which might include obstruction charges, was to be handled independently. The officers, if they thought he had committed another crime, would have to get a warrant to enter his house. Not getting a warrant not only nullified their own legality in the action, but further raised serious questions of unlawful detention and breaking the rights accorded to the driver.
you have the rest of your day.
All right.
Okay. So,
We still rolling?
yeah, I'm still rolling. I'm about to transport him.
Oh, yeah.
So, I didn't get a chance to check him for weapons or anything. He did somehow manage to get his cuffs up in front of him. He was that skinny. So,
But you want me to follow you to the jail? Or should we pull him out and search him?
I wanted to pull him out, search him in case he does have a weapon, because I don't think you checked him.
Nah, I didn't get a
Anything like
chance.
So, did you tell him, hey, stop or anything like that?
Yeah, it was like, hey, get back, stay where you're at. And he kept walking towards me. Kept walking towards me, getting in my face. And I was like, I backed up because I don't want someone this close to me.
Okay.
I was backing up. And then when I was like, okay, this is starting to get out of hand, that's when I called for you. He wouldn't give me his ID. He wouldn't give me his driver's license. He wouldn't give me his proof of insurance. He held it up, so I wrote down the number, and that's how I got it.
You didn't have to take other name?
No.
You got anything legal on you? Any weapons or anything like that?
Questions.
Step out. Come on.
I'm trying, goddammit. Work's done. Lucky you.
Turn around for me.
I don't consent to any search or seizures of my property or person.
Okay. We don't need consent.
No.
You're under arrest, sir.
For what? You haven't told me that
For
yet.
your warrant?
For what warrant,
For evading.
asshole? Evading what, motherfucker? Evading what,
arrest.
motherfucker? Evading what arrest, you piece of shit?
All right, go ahead and sit down.
Evading what f***ing arrest, motherfucker? Which one?
The scene unfolds with increasing tension as the driver is asked by the officers whether he has anything illegal on him. The driver, already agitated, responds with frustration, denying any wrongdoing. His irritation builds as he attempts to clarify his situation and questions the legitimacy of the police's actions. At this point, the officers are trying to take control of the situation, and as tensions rise, one of the officers attempts to detain the driver. The driver, however, continues to insist that he does not consent to any search or seizure of his person or property. Despite this declaration, the officers proceed, asserting that they do not require consent as the driver is now under arrest. The reason for the arrest, according to the officers, is an outstanding warrant for evading arrest, which the driver vehemently disputes. He demands to know what he is being accused of evading, but his demands go unanswered, further escalating his anger and confusion.
An arrest must have probable cause to believe the person is inside the residence and must still follow proper warrant procedures.
Alright, let me get it. You have his driver's license stuff?
Yeah. Alright, cool. These are his keys.
So yeah, follow me to the jail.
For what, asshole?
I already told you. Follow me to the jail in case something happens on the way there. And I guess I'll just get jail step out.
There is an evident ambiguity in the interaction, as no clear reference to a warrant is made during the exchange, raising legal questions about the arrest. Even if a pre-existing warrant had existed, officers would still be required to follow proper legal procedures and establish probable cause before making an arrest. The officers then direct the driver to follow them to jail, with one officer stating that the purpose is to ensure that nothing happens along the way. The legality of such actions comes into question, especially after the officers had already issued a citation. By law, officers have the authority to control the situation during a traffic stop for safety reasons, but this authority ends once the ticket is issued, at which point the stop should conclude. Legal protocols dictate that once a ticket is given, the officers are no longer permitted to remain on the property without further consent. If there had been an intention to arrest the driver for evading or any other charge, it should have been done before issuing the citation. Additionally, while officers are not always required to disclose a warrant immediately, often to prevent suspects from fleeing, the stop cannot be unnecessarily prolonged. Cases like United States v. Zapata-Lopez from 2010 have scrutinized such police tactics to ensure compliance with Fourth Amendment protections. Following the issuance of the ticket, the officer's decision to enter the driver's home without clear justification or a warrant raises significant concerns. Without a valid legal reason, this action may have violated the driver's rights, as officers must obtain a warrant or have a justifiable cause before prolonging a stop or entering someone's property. These incidents range from location settings to different occurrences and are only a clear example of the intricate engagement of law enforcement with civilians, raising critical legal and ethical debate. Sure enough, from George Nathanson filming an investigation in Florida, all the way to a tense traffic stop in Texas, both scenarios exemplify repeated issues of individual rights, police power, and possible abuse of authority. In the Nathanson case, the main issue is on the question of the right to video record police under the First Amendment and limitations in terms of the power of law enforcers over such an activity. Nathanson's case gives rise to overreaching by Deputy Rasasi by acting in a way to control the scene by restraining Nathanson because his effort at controlling the situation went a step further in escalating what was otherwise a peaceful situation. While the body camera footage directly contradicts Rasasi's argument, it only highlights that the single most critical significance of transparency in policing has been underscored here. The Nathanson case will determine fully just how much rights infringement went down and whether Rasasi's conduct was justified under the circumstances. On the same note, the Texas traffic stop exemplifies the problems as far as the Fourth Amendment protections against unreasonable searches and seizures are concerned. The police officer's actions in extending detention, entering the driver's residence without a warrant, and then trying to justify their presence on the basis of a fairly minor traffic infraction raise such legal questions. Again, when they issued a ticket, the officers extended the engagement with the driver again, adding unnecessary tension to what already was a tense situation in which their legal right to remain appeared doubtful. These two incidents represent the precarious balance that public safety must be measured by against constitutional rights. The outcomes of these cases will undoubtedly affect what further discussions about limitations on police power and civil liberties in routine encounters with the law are made. As the courts continue to scrutinize these events, they remind the public of the continuing importance of open rules, process clarity, and accountability in policing strategies.